Where is he at? Michael, where are you?
Hey, champ. Hey, listen. You know what my hours are like. They're crazy.
I don't care. Get your ass home.
Okay, babe. Susan, I'm done. Susan, I'm done. All right, I promise. I'll be there. Love you.
Goodbye.
Love you. Wow. Just wow. What are you doing, Mike? I can't believe you're doing this. You gotta do what you gotta do. Okay. We can do this. We can do this. Let's see. Okay. Hey there. Yeah, we talked on the phone. Did you get something for me that would do the job? This'll do the job? Well, she does like this stuff. All right. We'll do it. All right. Thank you. Whew. Here's to hoping. Whew. Hey, babe.
It's about time. It's about time.
Listen, babe, I'm sorry.
What is all this?
Champ, look, I know things are tight.
Hey, my eyes are up here.
Oh, sorry, champ. Listen, I told you that things were tight. I did everything I could. I came straight home. But before I came home, I went and got some things for you because I know you was expecting the dinner and everything. But I wanted to show you how much it means to me. Here's you the bear, and here's you the rose. I know you love the red roses. I'm so sorry.
Just one?
Well,
I mean,
it's the best I can do with everything that's been going on, hon.
Whatever.
But listen, I also know this. I do remember this. I do remember one thing.
I don't know why you stare at this like it's yours, okay? Just because it belongs to a Wills doesn't mean it belongs to you.
You're right, champ. You're right. Hopefully this will make it up to you. I know this is your favorite.
Okay, that does make things a little bit better. Oh my gosh,
awesome.
My favorite. I mean, it's not a steak dinner or anything.
I know.
It'll
but
do.
Here.
Real jealous.
Here's your favorite spoon. Here's your favorite spoon. Okay.
Finally, you're starting to get it right. It's
you're
about
right,
time.
Champ. You're right. You're right.
I mean,
you like
this
it?
really is the very least you could do.
Okay.
You do know what my favorites are.
I'm grateful, babe. I'm glad you like it. I got your favorite flavor too.
Well,
favorite name brand. Best for you.
That's what I was gonna say. You keep bringing me. Hey, what is your deal with this?
Sorry.
Listen.
Sorry, Champ. Sorry.
It's already got your spot. The next you know, it's gonna be all over your house, and you can just go outside. I'm really tired of this obsession with my championship belt and this stuff. I mean,
sorry, Champ. Sorry. I didn't. Yes. Okay. Finally, mine is where it should be. I don't have a referee. Never thought I would do this either. It's me. Yeah, look. We've had our differences in the past. I'll never ask anything of you again. Come over here to the house and help me out with something. Okay. Wake up. No, don't wake up. Wake up. Don't wake up. What am I doing? Gosh, did you overdo it?
What's up, dude? Did you kill your wife?
No, I didn't kill my wife, John. I did what I had to do. I guess I learned it from certain people. But, when in Rome, I guess. But,
What do you need me for?
I need a referee, obviously. She's down.
I ain't no
The belt's
referee.
right here.
Do I look like I got a ref shirt?
Bam. I knew I never thought I'd have it like this, but
You get this from the baby gap? I can't wear that.
that's a size regular, John, but we're not going into that.
She gonna kill us, dude.
Just do it, and you can actually say that I would owe you one. And I hate owing anybody. What do you say?
I guess. We'll do what you gotta do. I ain't putting it on because it won't fit, but this will work. Go ahead and
All right.
do what you gotta do, bud.
This almost feels like deja vu, but I'm sorry. I love you.
1, 2. Hey, is that chocolate pudding?
Just count to 3, John.
1, 2, 3. There's more. Ouch.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Royal Ramble. This is Michael Lee Wills, and as you can see by this belt on my shoulder, I am once again your new and 4-time Royal Ramble champion. But as you can see, this belt, this title, came at a price. For those of you who don't know, and as you just saw by that video on Valentine's Day, I defeated the previous champion, Megan Wills, for the belt. And the circumstances surrounding that title change are nothing if not controversial. So I just need to say this, guys. I have no excuse or defense for my actions. She jumped me from behind, and it allowed John Covey Cole to take the title from me. But then she turned on John and took the title for herself. Now, guys, don't get me wrong. I'm all about seeing an opportunity and taking it. But here's what happened. Once she became champ, she changed. And as you know, and have you seen from the past several rambles ever since her title, when she got the title and during her reign, she went from the woman I knew to someone I had never even met before. Guys, it's hard for me as a man to say this. It scared me. Not for what she was putting through or for what might happen to her. And more importantly, guys, who would take the title off of her? And here's what scared me. The thought of another man laying hands on her to take this belt, that was more than I could stand. So I came up with a plan, and when that plan went into action, I made that call that I never thought I'd ever make. I made a call to John Covey Cole. Why John Covey Cole? Well, he was the only qualified referee in the area to get her in time to count that 1, 2, 3 before she woke up. Again, as you saw on the video, John and I both knew what the consequences were going to be. And again, as you can see, my appearance before you attests to that. Evidence of enough of that. So what happened after that? The next day, she woke up before I did. I thought she would have slept through the whole thing, but she woke up, and as you can tell, she let me have it. Of course I didn't fight back. 1, because, I deserved it, and 2, because I'm not going to hit a woman, much less my wife. But here's what happened. She was laying into me, and she was about to grab this belt and crack me upside the head and put me out for quite a while. But as she was about to strike that last blow, she happened to glance into that mirror that was right there. And she took a look in the mirror, and she saw herself, what she was about to do. And she finally saw what I saw, and hopefully what a lot of y'all saw. And she stopped, guys, and she came to her senses. And the woman I loved and married has come back to me. So now I stand before you once again as the new and 4-time Royal Ramble champion. And I'm going to finish with this, guys. I did what I did to somebody that I love and care about. What do you think I can do to somebody I don't? Thank you all for your time. Ramble on. And let's see you at the Ramble.
We at the Ramble. Welcome back, everybody. I'm John Tommy Thompson. Leonard Childers, the champion. They got his ass whooped. Michael Lee Wills. We're here with Mike Williamson tonight, guys. How's everybody doing?
I'm good. All right.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, good to have you on, brother. We've been wanting to get you on for a while. Leonard is over there stuck in the slow clap phase. Mike.
Michael Lee Wills growing some kahunas.
Mike, I'm sorry about you, but remember you said you owe me one. I'm gonna keep that.
I do. I'm a man of my word. What's that, honey?
Your dinner will be ready soon, Daddy.
Of course, baby.
Ooh.
Well, remember?
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
she don't flip. She done did a
Daddy?
full 360.
All I know is
Daddy? Mark.
minutes, and all we talked about so far is Michael Lee Mother Wills. I'm over it. Can we move on and talk wrestling already?
I say let's do it.
I'm all about it, guys.
There's a lot to get into here in 2 weeks. A premium live event, as you want to call it. I still call it a pay-per-view. You can call it whatever you like. That being said, Clay, since you are the guest and this is your first time on the Royal Ramble, I'm gonna let you start, dude. Are we talking pros or cons first?
Let's do pros first.
All right, go ahead and start us off, big guy.
To me, the biggest pro of Elimination Chamber was Rhea Ripley. I mean, to be in her home country and, to get the response that she did from the crowd and go over on, as I call her, Refrigerator Jacks. Big win for her. Crowd loves her. Like I said, to me, that was the biggest pro to that event to me.
I'll tell you what, I popped big time, and I always do for Rhea Ripley. If you don't. I know the joke wasn't that great, Tommy, but thank you for
So is Buddy Murphy, but
and Dom. Okay, well, Clay's got a point there. Champ, I'll go to you next. What do you think? What kind of pros you got out there?
Well, I really liked the pop that was received when they did the Grayson Waller effect segment. I really enjoyed that, actually.
Look, Grayson Waller, Austin Theory, they're money.
Yeah.
No offense, Money Mark, but they're money. I mean, and you throw them in there with a couple pros like Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes, you're going to have a great segment. And did you guys see the way Theory took the curb stomp? One of the best sales I've ever seen for that.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Lennon, what kind of pro you got, my dude?
So my pro I got is one, basically Elimination Chamber overall was good. The women's chamber match was, for some reason, it seems to get better each year. The women doing the Elimination Chamber match.
Oh, he threw up.
Yeah, it's okay. You always do that anyway. Tiffany Stratton, I think she had a good performance in the Elimination Chamber.
That girl about died.
Hey, man. No risk it, no biscuit.
Yep.
You do whatever you got to do. No risk it, no biscuit. And then, of course, with Nia and Rhea's match. As much as you want to, not love Rhea because, she's supposed to be heel. But, I mean, the people love Rhea regardless because, I mean, let's be real here. The girl got it. So definitely her and I think, had a great showing in that final match. Men's chamber was good. Logan Paul keeps on impressing me when he's not supposed to. But my favorite highlight from that, though, was Randy kind of just jumping into the camera frame to give Logan Paul a RKO.
Yeah,
which I loved.
Oh, yeah, Randy said, no, I don't think so. But
Logan doing all this, then Randy let me come in this angle. Overall, good pay-per-view. Good pay-per-view.
I can't disagree with that. Tommy, what do you look like, buddy?
I tell you what, I really love the shots of Australia there. The background of how the stadium looked, everything looked great. This kind of like what you guys saying. That Tiffany Stratton's, honest to goodness, I first when she got in, I didn't think she deserved it, but she proved me wrong on that. She put on a show. she was really my MVP of the whole pay-per-view, just about. So
I was going to change the meaning of MVP since we're talking about women, but I think I'll behave. That being said, obviously the chamber was awesome. It was in the chat. Somebody in the chat mentioned it, but just the whole, I guess, lack of a better term, allure of the men's elimination chamber match. Just the stakes. Now, I will say this: I felt very strongly going in that Drew McIntyre was going to win, and that Becky Lynch was going to win.
Mm-hmm.
But still, the intertwined storytelling in the men's chamber match. I talked about this on the show a couple times this season. The way the WWE is booking, where it's organized chaos, and I absolutely love it.
Mm-hmm.
Another pro that I like. It seems like we're going to get some kind of multi-man intercontinental title match at WrestleMania. I hope it's a ladder match or something of the sorts. Yeah, I admit that Gunther probably deserves a one-on-one match, but this is a good way to get everybody on the card and then have Gunther pull it out of his ass at the end to keep his reign going. So, I mean, I'd rather have one of those than have this Andre the Giant Battle Royal that don't mean shit. You know what I mean?
Right. Give everybody a payday.
Yeah, let's bounce around one more time, guys. Clay, you got any more pros you want to throw out there before we move on?
Like I said, I think overall, I think most of the matches were pretty solid matches. That's the thing WWE got going for it right now. They got, they're packed full of stars, and but overall, I think it was a great show. We'll get into the cons of it, but yeah, definitely the biggest takeaway for me was not only did Rhea Ripley win, but she survived without getting injured by Nia Jax, so that's a big pro.
That's a W right there in more ways than one.
Anytime you get out of the ring with her, you're good.
Michael Lee Wills, you got any more pros you want to throw out there?
Yeah, you were mentioning the Intercontinental title picture. That was my other pro. Was Chad Gable's little pitch to do it because of his daughter in the audience last time he fought, and I like that angle he was taking with that.
Chad Gable, I've always hated it for people like him because he is a phenomenal talent, but he's always going to be the big guy.
Most underrated wrestler on that roster.
He's not going to be the guy because of his stature, which is unfortunate. But yeah, he's great.
To me, he's always going to be a wish Kurt Angle.
Yeah, exactly.
If I could ask a quick question, if it wasn't for Rey Mysterio, and would Chad Gable be considered the best, for lack of a better term, little man in WWE?
In history or currently?
Currently.
I don't even know if that would be a good topic for a show sometime. I don't know. I have to dig into that.
Yeah.
A lot of people. You got Ricochet. There's so many guys that you could throw out there.
Oh yeah.
You got a lot that you can throw who are like the most underrated that night in and night out kind of put in the work in their matches. So
he's not underrated. He just said the best little man.
Yeah.
Right, Lyndon. Lyndon, you got any more pros you want to throw out there before we move on?
I think my only other pro that I had was the way that they finished the women's chamber with Liv eliminating Bianca and then Becky eliminating Liv, which I think kind of protects all three in a sense with how they finish. So that was kudos to them on how they did that ending.
Real quick.
Then my other one was.
Go ahead, Lyndon. Sorry, buddy. I thought you were done.
My last one was AJ Styles going after LA Knight. So that's for sure is going to be a match at WrestleMania between those two.
Yeah, there we go. Another little man. I would call AJ Styles a little man. Chad Gable's not on AJ Styles level. I mean, I'm just putting it out there. Real quick in the chat, everybody's favorite wrestler, Jeff Baker, says best current little man in WWE, Little Jimmy. Don't you forget.
Well, you got to see him first.
Yeah, you got to see him first.
Do you guys remember the promo with R-Truth and Triple H when Triple H was talking to his make-believe people?
Mm-hmm.
So good. So good.
Oh, you crazy.
He said, I know, right? One pro I got before we move on. The line where Cody said that he's hunting the bloodline. I just really enjoyed that. That felt very. I don't know how to explain it, but it done something to my emotions. It was an intense line, and he delivered it perfectly.
Right. And another little guy that we're forgetting to mention that did a great job over the weekend is Pete Dunne.
The bruiserweight.
Him
and Tyler Bates, man. Him and Tyler Bates, let me tell you.
They was impressive.
I don't like Tyler. Look, man.
Oh, yeah. If they ever did a light heavyweight tournament or something like that, it would be awesome with the talent they have.
Michinoku going to win the light heavyweight tournament. Everybody knows that.
Who?
Taka Michinoku. You remember him?
Oh, yeah. I know. Yeah, I know Taka.
Oh, yeah. Michinoku driver.
He even got a shout out this Monday. They called out the Taka Michinoku driver.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's probably before I got turned it on. That's cool.
The pro for me?
No, Pete Dunne was my other pro. Pete and what was his partner's name again? I can't remember.
Tyler Bates.
Yeah, Tyler Bates. Yeah. I thought they did a fantastic job.
They're even better as single competitors.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, maybe on TNA.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to do this again. We're going to go back the other direction. We're going to start with you, Tommy. We're going to go with Cons. What do you got for me?
Oh, Lordy. Do we have to? What about all this stuff about Stephanie McMahon being the cover-up?
Hey, look, Stephanie can take a dump on my chest anytime she wants. You hear me?
Well, see, my thought is, what's it going to do with Triple H now? Is he going to kick her to the curb? Because there's already been divorce rumors now.
I don't know. It's a wait and see thing. I mean, you know how the wrestling business is. Vince had the tagline, I think it was Vince back in the 90s, that anything can happen in the WWE.
Yeah, it has.
I think that's just wrestling as a whole.
Yeah. And plus, Only Anderson passing away yesterday. That was kind of sad, but you know he was kind of a jerk too. But
he was one of the veterans that made a lot of people mad through the years.
Oh yeah.
Him pop up on a Legend show on the WWE or on AEW or
right.
Maybe when they did a Horseman. I don't know, but yeah. I mean, obviously, I'm not glad the guy's dead. That's unfortunate, but
right. Yeah, seemed like he. What's that?
Said it's something that happens to all of us, unfortunately.
Exactly. I agree.
I got a con, and my con is Seth versus Drew at WrestleMania. I try not to hate on Drew because he has come a long way from his 3MB days, but I don't want to see Seth and McIntyre again. I want to see something fresh. Now, given what we got, probably the perfect scenario for me would have been Randy Orton versus Seth, but whatever. I digress. That's just my opinion. Lyndon, what do you think, buddy?
Okay, Taz.
So for me, for the pros, I kind of actually agree with you. I'd rather not see Seth and Drew. I was much more keen to seeing Seth and Randy at WrestleMania, but the only reason Drew's in here is because Punk got injured. So that's why I'm not really thrilled about it. But it is what it is, and we'll just have to see it. Second con, damn pay-per-view being at 5 a.m. in the freaking morning.
Hey, look, those other people across the pond, okay? They got to get up and watch our pay-per-views at crazy hours. So this was just them getting their come-ups. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm sitting here. I'm about to get off work and drive home and try to listen to this dang on show on the way home from work, doing overnight.
Listen,
they need to be better about this.
I'm watching that shit on the air.
And then my last con was
hang on a second. You done went to 2. We're just doing rounds of 1, and we're gonna come back around and do a 2.
Oh, my bad.
Hold on to that third one. We'll be back in a minute. Mike,
hold on to my third one.
Yeah. Kind of along the same lines of what y'all were talking about, Ole Anderson. We're sad to see him dead, but Drew's injury is unfortunate. That happened. That was my con. Injuries happen. I know that's part of the business. But to their credit, the promo they cut with Seth and Drew, was pretty good because they weren't going to be throwing hands with each other. But yeah, it's just unfortunate that Drew got hurt. I mean, a busted eardrum, and then you got to fly back from Australia to here. That had to be some real torture, guys.
That was just a receipt for that shirt of punks he's been wearing. Clay, what you got, man, con-wise?
I would say my biggest con for the show, and I would say it kind of backs up the last few pay-per-view events, as I still call them as well, is just the predictability of the match. I mean, how many of these matches going in did you not have a good idea of who was going to come out of them? Like, Rhea Ripley's obviously not losing to Nia, and everybody kind of seen that it was going to be, Drew and Seth, and you knew it was Becky. It just, to me, the event and the last couple have been kind of too predictable, and I don't know if that's due to injury and forcing people in that wasn't meant to be there, but just to me that would be the biggest con of the show. If I'm getting up at 5 a.m. to watch a show, throw me a surprise here or there, and there was just, to me, none of that in this show.
Yeah, it was definitely just a filler show, pretty much. Okay, we'll bounce around one more time, guys. We got time. Tommy, another con, buddy?
I tell you another con, and to me, I was glad that the Nia Jax and Rhea Ripley match was last, but 90% of Nia's offense was soft. If you watch back, wasn't a lot of hits. She was really protecting her, but doggone, I think she protected her a little bit too much.
Daggone it, buddy. You get mad when she hits her nose. You get mad when she hits her too soft. What do you want?
Hey, I'd rather for her hit her in the nose and do something. This not just
look. All of us ain't got no big chicken head when we in the ring. Okay.
You know good and well what happened was H said, "Listen, Nia, if you hurt Rhea before WrestleMania, you're out of here."
Exactly. But I don't know. Oh, by the way, John, just popped in my head. Did you rest all right during Valentine's Day?
Say that again.
Actually, it was. Now that you mentioned it, I fell asleep in my car after I left Mike's house.
This happened, just popped in my head. I just wondered if you rested all right.
Yes, it was strange, but I guess it did. Anyway, let's. Lyndon, you got any more cons for us, bud?
Yes, my last one, because I don't know if you guys noticed it, but this was during the tag match where the screen blacked out for a good minute. And I'm like, okay, because I was thinking for a minute, it's like, why did the screen just black out? What the heck? Apparently, fans were flipping off Dom while booing, and I'm sitting here like, man, why didn't y'all just show that? Do you ever understand how much heat Dominic got?
Yeah,
this man gets straight heat every freaking show. Every show he goes to, they boo him so he can't get a word in.
I love it.
I'm like, y'all, it's Aussies, man. Just let him do it. Just show it.
Mm-hmm.
They'll get it on Netflix.
No, yeah, Netflix. You gonna get the
yeah. Netflix like, yeah, we don't care. We'll show it.
Diving into it much. I think that is a lot of the reason we a lot of more adult material, so to speak, with the WWE with the Rock stuff, like he did on the kickoff. I think Netflix is going to let them open it up a little bit, and that excites me. Wills, you got any more calls, buddy?
No.
Not even that shiner there on your face, old bud.
What's that?
That shiner on your face.
Yeah, I heal fast though, so.
Valentine's just a week ago. And...
It's not too fast, old buddy. Clay, got any other con for us, man?
Probably the only other con I had was just, I liked the segment with Cody Rhodes and Seth coming out, and like you said, I mean, the curb stomp was crazy, but I guess it's an overall thing. I hate that they're going to try to shoehorn a Cody versus Rock match in here whenever they're going to shoehorn that into us, and I think that's going to take away from whatever they're trying to do with Cody and Roman. I'm still not convinced, Cody's going to lose at WrestleMania, but it just feels like they've got The Rock there now, and they're like, well, crap, we got to do something with him now. And
I don't know if you've seen it or not, but did you face when you said that? That is exactly why I hope Cody does lose at WrestleMania. People like him, man. Everybody's like, oh, Cody gonna finish his story. Cody gonna finish his story. What's best for business? And I hate that term, but what's best for business is that Cody loses again.
Yep.
Yeah, so here, just so it can be live and recorded somewhere, here's my prediction. Cody Rhodes is going to lose, and then he'll end up winning that title January 6th at Madison Square Garden on the first episode of Raw on Netflix.
Oh, you heard it here first.
Whoa. Now that's pretty bold. I do like that. That's a good idea.
I'll tell you something. Money Mark may or may not already have hotels reserved for Madison Square Garden on January 6th.
Whoa.
Well, I might have to just get rid of this shirt, give me a Money Mark shirt.
There you go.
Whoa.
That's my prediction. That's how you complete Cody Rhodes' story. Let him win that championship where his dad had it for 3 minutes on the biggest Raw that we've probably seen in forever.
He's got a point. That's a good, valid point. I didn't even think about that. That is a good, valid point.
And if you do that, I don't know how much you guys follow it or not, but if Roman keeps the title until he will have beaten Hulk Hogan's record. There's get another notch on Roman's belt, keep fans pissed off for another year, and then pull them all back into Netflix to see Cody Rhodes. And then it's tore out of hell over, guys. He is tore out of hell.
I'd never dreamed that scenario, but that is a good thinking scenario. That's a great plan.
Well, if you've watched the last few months of wrestling, they've made sure to put over the fact that Dusty won that title at Madison Square Garden. They bring it up in commentary and all kinds of stuff. And to me, they're just building to that.
It make it that more special. I like that. That is good. That's good booking.
So it'd be even better if whoever's got the in the bank cashes in and he loses it 3 minutes later, just like his dad. That'd be even better.
There's a little bit of foreshadowing. Before we move on,
there you go.
Lyndon, do you want to tell Money Mark what
Nope, that's that. I ain't saying shit. Nope.
Nope. I'm going to take a quick commercial break. Come back with Workers Shoot, so stick around.
Gavin Ward can take care of your real estate needs, including loan closings, title searches, and deed preparation. Gavin also specializes in landlord-tenant matters and estate planning. Josh Miller has the experience and skills needed to handle your personal injury or wrongful death case, including car, truck, and motorcycle accidents. He will fight for you. If you're in debt and considering bankruptcy, Gavin and Josh will guide you through the bankruptcy process. 2 lawyers, 1 office for all your legal needs. Gavin Ward and Josh Miller. Call us today.
So back to what I was saying. Could be us.
All right, Michael Lee Wills, take it away. It's your turn, old buddy.
All righty. This week on Work or Shoot, since I had a lot of other things going on, I wanted to just lob a softball out for everybody, for the passive wrestling fans out there. Back in the early 80s, we had a Mr. Andy Kaufman. Y'all might know him from Taxi fame, and he was a comedian and all that, and he was getting into the whole concept of wrestling intergender matches, and that he could beat any woman. And during all of that, he started getting into verbal altercations with Jerry, the Rebel King Lawler, as he was known back then. It came to a head when he was challenged. They even went on national television on the David Letterman show, and there was a slap on national TV, and Andy Kaufman used words that were banned on TV at the time. And then after that, they finally went to a match. They put him. Lawler begged him to do any kind of move on him, and did a headlock, and then proceeded to beat the Jesus out of him. And even after that, he went on Saturday Night Live and proclaimed that he was done with wrestling and all that he was going to sue Lawler and all of that, because the way Kaufman was portraying it, this wasn't the wrestling he signed up for. So that whole ordeal with Lawler versus Andy Kaufman, would that be a work or shoot?
All right, guys, we're going to take another quick break. We're going to come back with the answers. And if anybody gets this wrong, probably going to do.
Hey, how are you? Welcome to the mattress store. Good to have you here. Glad you're here. That's my car. Come on in. Come on. I know you guys want to get a mattress. Let me tell you what you need. You don't want a twin. You don't want a queen. You don't want a full. You want this one right here. This is the best one on the market. Now, you can't touch. No, don't touch it. This is the best one on the market. You have to take my word. Don't touch it, sir. No, that's okay. Just take my word for it. This is the best mattress. This is what you need right here. Don't ask me how much it costs. Just give me your credit card right now. No, don't talk amongst yourselves. Talk to me.
Not so fast! This is Mattress by Appointment. We will let you try any mattress, anytime. 50 to 80% off retail, and we have payment plans available. Come see us.
And this one's going to be $3,000. This one's going to be $3,500. This one's $4,000. So price isn't important, right?
We can't afford that, baby.
Not so fast! Those prices are ridiculous. We have payment plan options. You can take a mattress home for as little as $1.
Have you guys made up your mind yet? I mean, we're closing in like 2 more minutes.
I'm not sure. We need to discuss this.
Okay, what's there to discuss? You're gonna buy it or you're not?
Well, maybe we'll just come back tomorrow.
You can't come back tomorrow. We're closed tomorrow. Come on now, you guys.
We're Mattress by Appointment. We have a flexible schedule. We're here when you need us to be here. We're Mattress by Appointment Beckley, locally owned and operated. We sell our mattresses new, 50 to 80% off retail, payment plans as low as $1 down, free local delivery. Call us for an appointment, 304-731-6067. We're located at 166 New River Town Center.
Captain Comfort and the Saving Squad, no!
All right, I want to clarify something real quick, Mike. That was kind of confusing. Are you asking if that whole program was a work or shoot, or are you asking if that happened or not?
I'm talking about the aftermath on the David Letterman show.
Yeah, that's a shoot. That's a shoot. That's my pick, Tommy.
Well, it was kind of confusing because it's different parts. Because I thought they did the match first and then that happened, but it's a shoot.
That was all fuckered up. Listen, champ, you have lost your dude.
He showed up in a neck brace.
I'm gonna give it to the new guy just so we ain't got to be wrong. What do you say, Clay? Is that work or shoot?
Well, my understanding, having spoke to Jerry Lawler, was there were parts of that were work, but then there were certain things that turned into shooting back and forth a couple of times, from my understanding. So
yeah,
I don't think you could go one way or the other.
That's why I was trying to get a clarification on what Mike was talking about, because really, I mean, you, Clay, you said you've talked to Jerry about it. There are aspects of that whole storyline that we still and probably will never know if it was a work or a shoot. That's why I was. Are we talking about the storyline as a whole? Or are we talking about a certain moment in the storyline? I don't know. Lennon, what do you pick? Or shoot? Bang bang.
He getting the gun out, and I can say Jerry hits hard because he gave me a concussion.
Oh wow!
Tommy, work or shoot?
On a close one. Huh?
Work or shoot?
It's a shoot.
Mike, is that a work or a shoot?
It's a shoot, yes.
Of course it is. Big
I already say.
But it was a working shoot because, like what Mr. Williamson was talking about, you know, I really didn't know most of the answers until the Man in the Moon movie came out. And up until that time, I still had that, you know, air of disbelief. I said, oh, man, he really did that. But then, you know, there was more work to it than we previously thought, is what I was going for.
Kaufman was a genius on some.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, to this day, Jerry Lawler will put him over at certain times, you know, so.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the man's in the Hall of Fame.
Right, yeah. All right, guys, it is time for this week's weekly topic, and today's topic is what was the best individual pay-per-view right before WrestleMania? And like I told you guys last time we was on here, it doesn't have to be one of the ones on the screen. It could be a different show. I know they had a bunch of them through the years. That being said, we're going to start with our guest, Clay. The floor is yours. You tell us what you and why you picked it.
Yeah, so for me, I would pick No Way Out 2000. To me, the reason being, you know, you had Kurt Angle, Chris Jericho, you had a title change right before WrestleMania, which nowadays it seems like we don't ever get to see. Everything's so planned out. So you got Kurt Angle his rookie year, I believe, if I'm not wrong, becoming the Euro Continental Champion. And then, you know, you go on, you had the Dudleys match. You know, it was the first time the Dudleys got WWE Tag Champions. So big match there. Kind of the weird things for that show, and I'd almost forgot about it, and I was looking at some stuff, is with Sexual Chocolate and Viscera, where they were running the gimmick that Mark Henry had knocked up. Oh gosh, what's her name?
Mae Young, bro.
I can't remember her name now.
Mae Young. Mae Young.
Or Mae Young, yeah, Mae Young. So that was, you know, that whole thing is just crazy. And then too, to remember, like through that time, they beat the dog crap out of her for months. That poor old lady got dominated, you know. So you had that. Yeah. You had another Hardy Boys and Edge and Christian match on that pay-per-view. And then the big one, you know, you had Cactus Jack versus Triple H in a Hell in a Cell with Cactus Jack yet again coming off the cell, not quite as crazy as he did 2 years earlier, but he come off that thing and then climbed his way back up on top of it and got thrown through it again, and went through the ring this time. So just a crazy match for him, and what was supposed to be, Cactus Jack leaving after that, retiring. So just to me, what makes it so big is, one, that match is iconic, but the title changes that happened in that show leading into WrestleMania, and it just set up so many big, matches with the Dudleys, Edge and Christian, and the Hardys, and it really kept Kurt Angle going, which was weird because before that, the month before, they let Taz come in and beat Kurt Angle to break his streak, and then turn around and put Kurt Angle right back over again. So just that whole show had a lot of implications going into WrestleMania for me. So Kane versus X-Pac, you had that in there. And I almost forgot one of the crazier ones. You had The Rock versus The Big Show, where The Big Show had technically won the Royal Rumble. He was going around and showing everybody the replay footage. And so he got The Rock again, and then Shane McMahon made his return and had probably one of the coolest chair shots ever as far as still photography goes. So just like I said, the implications, the big matches, to be a show that wasn't just a layup show before WrestleMania, that would probably be my pick.
Hey, hang on, Clay. I need to know something before we move on to the next one. Is that the one when Shane McMahon was jumping in midair and hit the Big Show?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that's the diving jumping headshot with the chair.
So good. That was a great one. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong, man, because a lot of these are subjective. Michael Lee Wills, that being said, I'm going to go to you next, buddy. What do you got? And tell me why.
Yes, sir. For me, it was two things in particular. It was the Shield versus, as you see on the screen, Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, and Bobby Lashley. That was the Shield as we know it. It was their final match together. I think contractually, it was, Dean Ambrose's, John Moxley's, whatever. It was his last contractual match.
Hey, Mike, I hate to interrupt you, buddy, but that's inaccurate. Their last match was actually in April that year. They had it was like a Shield pay-per-view they did, or what they was calling it. But this was like the month prior. But anyway, I just
it's close.
That you were wrong, champ. Go ahead.
Fine. And then the other match that stood out was this was the start of Kofi Mania. Prior to that, Mustafa Ali was a scratch, and they inserted Kofi Kingston into that match, and he really outperformed very well. And there was a big push, and that's when Kofi Mania started. He was put in a gauntlet match in this pay-per-view. He defeated all 5 of his competitors, and then they threw Daniel Bryan in there, and then he lost.
You might be thinking of the wrong show, buddy, because that's not what I got. I got Kofi Kingston being defeated by the Bar in a 2-on-1 handicap match in that match.
Okay, I may be wrong because, in my research, yes, that was a match that happened, but it was also a gauntlet match where he had to face 5 other competitors, and after he beat all 5 competitors, I believe it was one of the McMahons threw the champ Daniel Bryan in and defeated him and defeated Kofi for that, so that he lost his opportunity again. And then it was later in the cable TV shows where he finally got his chance to face Bryan at WrestleMania, because the rest of the New Day had to win a gauntlet match to give Kofi that shot at WrestleMania.
We're going to have to get you up to the ER to get you an MRI done, buddy, because I think
yeah, concussion.
Are you implying I got brain damage? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Brain damage?
I think so. I'm going to have to link up with your notes and see where you got them from, because that may have been around the same time that Kofi started to get pushed, but the only people he wrestled on that card was the Bars that he lost on. So at least that's what I have.
Okay. Baby, how hard did you hit me?
All right, Tommy. Next, buddy. What do you got and why?
Well, I was going to say, if we did book him and screw him, Clay would be a good book him because he was telling detail there. For me, thinking back at 1994, the Royal Rumble.
That's a good one.
That was one of the good ones because everybody that year wanted to see Owen and Brett, and Luger was getting that big push, and both go over at the same time. Yokozuna was the champ. I think no, he wasn't the champ at the Rumble at that time, was he? Because he lost in the casket match. But to have Brett face Owen, with the coin flip, because what if Lex would have won, he'd fought Ludwig Borga, and then if Brett won, the coin flip had been Owen. So everybody wanted to see Owen and Brett. We knew it was going to happen, and then to have Owen go over, and then the special guest referee screwing over Lex, which was Kurt Hennig, and they ended up having a little program after that, and then Brett win at WrestleMania 10, which was the first WrestleMania without Hulk Hogan, and have that program with Owen afterwards to go into SummerSlam that next year in the cage, wasn't it? Yes, I mean,
it was a good show. You had Razor Ramon. He beat RS in that match, Intercontinental match. That was a good match.
Mm-hmm.
Had the Quebecers. They fought. They defeated Bret Hart and Owen Hart to retain the titles. The Final Four in that, that's a lot of what I look at, because you can look at previous Rumbles through the years and see the last 4 or 5 guys in the ring, and typically that's who they're going to push the next couple of years.
Right.
Had Bret Hart, Lex Luger, Shawn Michaels, and Fatu. So
wow,
they missed the boat on Fatu. I guess he didn't get his push.
No, but it's still good. I was boo-booed. Yoko was the champion, and then he beat Undertaker in the casket match.
Right, correct. Yeah.
I some reason I was thinking it was the one that the Undertaker won, but no, I was off.
That's okay. You didn't screw it up as bad as Mike did. You must not have got hit by a young lady like Mike.
Yeah, no. Felicia's been good to me this week, so it's.
All right, Landon, we're passing it to you, my man. What's your pay-per-view pick and why?
So the one I went, and it's funny because as soon as you said what we were talking about the last time, I was like, oh, I already know which one I'm talking about. So we going to a time called 2004 to a little pay-per-view called No Way Out. This one specifically because the main event was Eddie Guerrero versus Brock Lesnar. And the thing I remember the most leading into that Mania event, or leading into that event at the No Way Out, was the promo that Eddie gave. Like, Eddie gave one of the most realest promos more than anything with Brock, and I'm like, man, if Eddie don't win this after that promo, if Eddie don't win this title, bruh, man, this is gonna suck. And the match overall, I think the match was overall great. Then also on that same card, you had a triple threat match between Kurt, Big Show, and John. For who was ever going to challenge at WrestleMania 20 that year. So, but to me, that No Way Out pay-per-view 2004 is kind of special leading into WrestleMania because where Eddie went in as champion.
Best match on the Hardcore Holly versus Rhino.
Yep.
That was another poor attempt at a joke. Sorry, that's a good pick. The Brock and Eddie alone justifies that pick. I'm gonna go ahead and throw mine out. Ben, in the chat, you said to let you know when to throw yours out. Go ahead and throw it out, buddy. I'll throw mine out, and then we'll see what you got. For me personally, looking back at the card, it wasn't. I mean, there was some of the matches I was like, but this was around the start of my fandom. 95, 96 is when I started watching as a kid, and nothing was cooler than The Undertaker pulling Diesel through the ring at In Your House 1996 during that cage match with Bret Hart. Just that whole visual of him pulling through there, him coming back out with the smoke rolling, and Diesel's clothes was all ripped, set up a match with Diesel and Taker at Mania. Shawn Michaels beat Owen Hart in the match in a number one contendership match. Shawn went on to face Bret at WrestleMania in the Iron Man match. We all remember that one. Razor Ramon beat the 1-2-3 Kid in a crybaby match. I'm sure you guys remember that. That was when around the same time Razor was, I think it was 1-2-3 Kid had to wear a diaper and the bottle. it was early Hunter Hearst Helmsley beat Duke the Dumpster Drosy. Yoko Zuna defeated the British Bulldog. On the free-for-all, Jake Roberts defeated Tatanka. So that was in between Jake's relapses, I guess. But anyway, that's my pick. That being said, I'm going to go to the chat and see what Ben Cliff says. Ben says that his pick was No Way Out 01. Main event, Triple H versus Stone Cold in a 3 Stages of Hell match. My all-time favorite match of all time. That was a great pick. I can't tell you you're wrong. There's so many great picks. All of these were good. Even Mike's was good that he was a little confused about. But he tried.
Wow. So speaking of Triple H being there, does anybody else notice they're calling him Paul Triple H Levesque now on?
He's transferred to his business.
Yeah.
Whatever. I guess that's.
I mean, I'm with it.
This guy's not going to wrestle again. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
At the time right now, guys, we asked Clay Williamson, owner of Retro Reset out the Crossroads Mall, to come on. I want to take this time right now to give him an opportunity to kind of plug a few things they got going on.
Mm-hmm.
They're killing it. So, first thing I want to ask you about there, Clay, March 9th, you got a big show coming up, right?
Yeah, huge show. You know, as Money Mark, I've been running around GMing this thing for the last year, and things have been crazy at times. You guys have been out there seeing things. You know, you get the Jeff Pauls and these guys just running crazy. So, you know, at different times we've paid to bring different guys in and try to deal with Jeff and different guys, and it just hasn't panned out. So we will be announcing a new GM this March 9th. You know, there's tons of people that threw their name in the hat for this GM, but when I go through my little black book, there was only one name that jumped out at me as a guy that can come in and deal with what we have going on. So, you know, another stacked card from top to bottom out here at the Crossroads Mall. You know, some of the biggest shows you catch. We had a sold out crowd last month of nearly 300 people. So definitely don't want to miss these shows. This show is going to be huge. We have 2 big announcements at this show. One is the new GM, and then he's already told me that he has a big announcement that he's going to be making that night. So definitely don't want to miss this show. As the name suggests, there's going to be a little bit of an uprising. There's going to be some changes going on. So definitely don't want to miss this show.
All right, guys. So the cat's out of the bag, Clay. I'm going to go ahead and let them know, guys. I'm going to be the new GM of Retro Wrestling. You guys heard it here first. Clay, I really appreciate the opportunity, man.
Well, there's only about 25 people so far that have claimed to be the new GM. So I guess people will just have to come out March 9th and see who it's going to be. But like I said, there's going to be a couple of big announcements. I'm saving one big announcement that I'm going to give you guys before the night's over with. So you'll get to, pass on the word from here. But we got one we're keeping in the pocket for a little bit later here.
All right, Clay, for those that can't necessarily get out of the house every time, or say, for instance, they show up to the show this weekend and it's sold out and they can't get in, you guys have a way for everybody to watch it on TV or on their smart device, right?
Yeah, so currently we're the only independent wrestling in the state that is on local cable TV. So every Thursday night at 9 p.m., if you have Suddenlink or Optimum, you can catch it on Channel 5. That's Thursdays at 9 p.m. If you don't have Optimum, you can catch it on YouTube or Facebook. We run those shows live every week, every Thursday at 9 o'clock. So if you can't get out to a show, there's multiple ways you can catch a show. And like I said, you definitely don't want to miss out. So if you're one of our usuals and something happens, definitely catch the show online or on TV, so that way you can keep up to date with what's going on.
Oh, absolutely. Something else you guys got going on next month. You got a big trade show going on there at Retro Reset, and I think you guys are having a trivia contest that day as well, right?
Yeah, so we have a huge trade show. We've been doing these for a while, huge turnouts. So if you're into sports cards or Pokemon cards or Funko or Hot Wheels or toys or wrestling stuff, whatever you're into, come on out. I tell people it's kind of like a flea market, but for the stuff that we actually like to see. So right now, I think we got 28 vendors signed up for this. So it'll be a huge spread of stuff to find. I will tell you, last show, I was able to purchase a 3-pack of Brutus Beefcake, Jimmy Hart, and Hulk Hogan that was autographed by all three at that. So,
oh, wow.
So it was a really cool piece. So there's some cool stuff you'll find at these shows. It's from 11 to 5. And then as Mr. Kobe Cole said, at 6 p.m. that night, we're going to be doing wrestling trivia. So get you a team of up to 6 people together and come on out. I've already had some guys come in the store tell me that they are for sure going to win, that nobody's going to even chat. So if, I think if it goes good, maybe it's something that we have to have some kind of belt or something for people to brag about. But March 16th, like I said, all day long, there's stuff going on here at Retro Reset inside the Crossroads Mall.
Hey, what? I might want to get me a team to bring up to this son of a bitch.
Well, I was going to say, you get some of these guys together and come on up. It's $20 a team, and the winning team gets half the money at the end of the night for all the entries.
Wow.
I'm not bringing the champ with me because he's fucked up. He ain't right.
He ain't quite right yet. You might catch him on the next one. Let that eye heal up.
I mean, you can FaceTime me, but
all right.
Yeah, we'll put him in the pocket phone. Use him as one of our guys.
I was going to say I don't remember names, but I remember situations.
Right.
Hey, remember names, and I seen this when you guys announced it, Clay, and the teenage horn dog in me got excited. Tell these fine ramblers who you guys are going to have in store on March 4th or May 4th.
So May 4th, we are bringing in former WWE superstar and Hall of Famer Kelly Kelly. So
wow,
she's going to be here that day from 1 to 3. So definitely we're going to have plenty of pictures and stuff to get autographs. You can come out and get your picture. I can tell you she had twins last year, but that has not changed the way she looks at all. So if you haven't had a chance, maybe peep at her Instagram. You won't be disappointed. But Kelly, May 4th, we do also have a wrestling show that day. It is also Star Wars Day, so you never know what craziness might happen with that. But yeah, former WWE and ECW superstar Kelly will be at Retro Reset.
Our buddy Ben Cliff, Clay, he's over in the UK. He says in the chat, Kelly, I'm booking my plane now. Come on, bro.
There you go.
Come on out. Yeah, come on.
Hey, Ben Cliff, calm down, bruv. Calm down, bruv.
Another you mentioned that last year Kelly, it's bro. She's had twins for years. You hear me,
bro?
Yeah,
really? Come on. Seriously?
I've been carrying a set of twins for 15 years and still hadn't got rid of it. So I mean,
and that's how.
Ain't nobody looking at your twins.
I'm surrounded by idiots. Idiots.
I'm saying double. Does that count?
Sure.
No, it doesn't count there, Michael Lee Wills.
You just relax, Mike. We'll get you through. After a while.
But I do want to say one thing.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Clay. Go ahead and finish. Go ahead.
I was going to say, we're expecting a big turnout for that. So you can get online at www.retroresetvgac, as in video games and collectibles.com, and buy those packages now. She will only be here for 2 hours. So if you buy a package ahead of time, you're guaranteed to get it through. If you show up the day of, you're taking a chance with your life.
Bro, I don't need 2 hours. About maybe 45 seconds. You hear me?
Yeah, no. Well, the problem ain't your 45 seconds. It's going to be the other 500 people's 45 seconds.
All right, Clay, you mentioned that you're going to drop a bomb on us here before we leave, but before you do, next time we're going to be on air, guys, is March 12th. As you guys know, Sting is having his last match this Sunday at Revolution against the Young Bucks with Darby Allin. So, I seen a thing that Sportskeeda put out last week. I thought was very interesting, and I wanted to get the Ramblers' take. So next time, when we're back on air in 2 weeks, March 12th, our topic is going to be, what was your favorite version of Sting? So many different versions through the years.
Wow.
Got my answer already.
We could probably all answer this right now, but I want you to think about it, and I want you to tell me why in 2 weeks, why that particular Sting is your favorite.
Okay. So I do want to say one thing real quick.
Okay.
Just real quick. So Clay, I just want to say to you, I think that is awesome what you're doing in Beckley.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in Beckley, but I moved like in 2012.
Yeah.
So, but the thing that you're doing with Retro Reset right there in Beckley and bringing wrestling to that city, dude, I think it's awesome. Like, if that was there when I was still there in Beckley, man, I can't even tell you how many times I'd be at every damn show. So I think it's really an awesome thing that you are doing there in Beckley with, you know, the wrestling shows, getting people out, just everything that you're doing, man. Keep it up. I'll definitely be following. Even though if I can't watch you guys because I don't got Suddenlink down here in Georgia. We just got, you know, straight up Xfinity and all that other stuff. But
hey, Jason, all you gotta do is go to this website right here, I believe. And you can,
that's the man right
definitely
there.
Keep
Jason
on doing definitely keep on doing what you're doing, man. I think it's awesome and wonderful what you're doing in Beckley.
We appreciate it.
Jason Schaefer.
Definitely. We got some big things coming.
All right, there was a lull in the cadence for a second. I hope everybody's still here. Lyndon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just because he's the money mark on the show, don't mean you got to stroke him, man.
No, it's not that I'm doing that. It's just like because you living in Beckley, coming from Beckley, you know, and not having that thing like when I was a teenager at that time to just have something to go to,
right?
You know, before I left the state, and seeing it now, it's like it's just awesome to see.
You're right. I'm cutting up with you, giving you.
Yeah.
I know.
noticed.
And I actually also went to school with your wife too, by the way.
There you go.
What I got to do with the price of rice in China?
No, because no, it's got nothing.
I used to play softball with you. I know, Clay.
I didn't say I played softball with him.
There you go.
But I just think it's an awesome thing to see in Beckley, man. I think and for me, it's just I think there's just need to be more outlets like that. Granted, with everything that's going on in the world today. So, I mean, you know me, if I'm there in Beckley, bro, I'd be at probably every show. Just, reacting, me being me, saying, "Oh, you suck." I can't see. What? No.
Well, I've went to a couple of their shows, man. They're fun too.
Oh yeah.
I thought this old lady was going to jump in the ring. It was good stuff.
And I just want to put over Jason Schaefer because that guy, he is a sales pitch man, and he's called a few of my matches. That guy, he's an awesome guy. You got a good one to work with there, Clay. Is Jason?
Yeah, we brought him on a while back, and he does a lot of behind the scenes that people don't see. And he's been in the wrestling game for a while, and he's a benefit to the show, and we definitely appreciate having him around.
Yep, I'm a big Schaefer fan.
Dude, you promised these Ramblers an announcement. What do you got for us?
Yeah, so I'll tell you this: I would definitely put August 3rd down on your calendar. One, there's going to be something happening that day that will be announced on March 9th at our show. But on top of that, I just got contract today. We're working on a few others, but we will at least have The Godfather August 3rd will be in the house at the wrestling show.
I wonder if he's bringing his hose with him.
And there's a few other names we're working on that I would consider bigger names than even The Godfather. So stay tuned. But you heard it here first. Godfather, August 3rd, will be at Retro Reset Wrestling.
That's awesome.
You like how Clay no-sold me there with the hoe comment?
No. I said, will there be hosts?
See, we talked about it.
Probably, but he's probably not bringing them.
I thought maybe we could do like the ring girl contest like they do. And
yes.
Just bring them in a couple of months ahead of time, and we'll pick 20 winners.
Now look, if you wanted to screw that hose, Clay, give your boy a call. I got you.
Yeah, right. There you go. But there's your big announcement, August 3rd. The Godfather will be at Retro Reset Wrestling. And like I said, join in March 9th to get the whole scoop on everything that's happening March 9th. It's going to shake up the independent wrestling scene in West Virginia, and particularly the Beckley area, for the foreseeable future. So
that's cool.
I like it. I'm excited. That makes me want to be there that much more. I always love a good surprise. Clay, once again, buddy, thank you so much for joining us on the Royal Ramble. Love to have you back.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate y'all giving me the time, and it was nice, talking wrestling with you guys, or wrestling as we say over here.
Right, man. That's old school, baby. That's wrestling. Before you go, Clay, since you'll be on here in 2 weeks, let me go ahead and get your pick, man. What's your favorite thing?
My favorite sting is probably the Crow sting, dropping from the ceiling, baseball bat, I was a WWE guy back in the day, but I would still tune in for WCW just to catch, a glimpse of Sting. I do like Red NWO Sting as well, but I like the classic Crow, drop from the ceiling with the baseball bat and wreaking havoc. So somebody had to stand up to the NWO, and it was Sting for a long time. So.
Damn right it was. Such a good time in wrestling. I went to my first pro wrestling event at Charleston, West Virginia around this time. And My little naive ass, the whole time I was there, I was watching the rafters, waiting on Sting to drop down and kick somebody's ass. But he didn't, of course.
See, I also remember going to a WCW Nitro show in Charleston at some point when I was a kid. I don't remember the year, but I remember going to it.
Looks like we lost Clay. I guess there he is.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
Somebody tried to call me.
Oh, okay. They was watching the Ramble. They just want to get on that card, man. I was like, come on.
That's what's going on.
Them hoes calling, trying to get them a job is what it is.
That's what I was going to say. There's working girls out here trying to make a living.
I was going to.
It's already 20. We try to keep these things under an hour. We're going to bounce around real quick, get some final thoughts. We're going to get out of here. Tommy, go ahead, buddy. You got any final thoughts?
I was going to ask what's the difference between one of the Godfather's hose and a ring rat. But anyway. Hey, I'm just happy to be here. Glad to see you guys here at the Royal Rumble.
Can't.
And Felicia
Tommy,
says,
I love you. I'll come up with something different.
I don't know chicken without turning him into damn chicken soup, but good on you.
Yeah.
Lyndon, final thoughts, buddy?
Final thoughts. Just keep on watching wrestling. Just keep paying attention to these storylines. Layers and layers keep on getting added, which, keeps you in the edge of your seats. And, peace, love, happiness, people.
Our Royal Rumble concussion champion, Michael Lee Williams, got any final thoughts, buddy?
Yes, sir, I do. And this goes out to all the ramblers out there. When I was young, I learned to roller skate. I fell down and got hurt a lot. When I learned to ride a bike, I fell down and got hurt a lot. But guess what? Now I know how to ride a bike, and now I know how to roller skate. Guys, no matter what happens, no matter how many times you fall down, all I got to say is that you got to get back up. And that's why it doesn't matter what's going on and what's you're going through, always got to get back up, guys. Doesn't matter how hard you can hit, it's how hard you can get hit, like Rocky said once. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here as your 4-time and new Royal Rumble champion. Thank you, guys.
You sound like a damn country song, Mike.
Have you heard the way I talk, John?
You still don't talk like Tommy. Tommy talks in cornbread.
Cornbread, baby. Cornbread.
I'm a little more sophisticated. It's Appalachian American. Thank you very much.
That's what us roosters eat, that corn. You just bake it out, bake the bread.
Mr. Clay, Money Mark Williamson, you got any final thoughts, buddy?
Final thoughts. Thanks for having me on the show. I had a great time. I'll give you a big thank you on not having to talk about anything AEW tonight.
I'll tell you what, I was going to thank Lyndon for not talking about TNA tonight, because he's always got to talk about TNA something or other, and they didn't.
Yeah. I was really anxious. I was really anxious. You were going to ask me something about AEW, and
why didn't your viewership? Why didn't what you watch?
Clay, were you initially on the AEW bandwagon and fell off? Because that's how I was. I was like, okay, let's go, and then I just fell
off. There were certain points where I would get on the AEW train because people would jump over there or stuff would be going on, but I learned a long time ago that AEW is just where careers go to die. So
kind of sounds like
the guys
WCW.
that wrestle here at the show. Yeah. I tell the guys that wrestle here at the Crossroads Mall all the time, if you want to get on AEW, all you got to do is learn how to kick out at 2.5. That's all you got to do.
It's the Marlins wrestling.
But yeah, we could sit and talk wrestling for another hour, guys, easily. But it's that time again. It's time to go. Once again, Clay, thank you for coming on. Mike, you really need to go check out that. Check out your knocker there, bud. Something ain't jiving up there. But anyway, for Tommy Thompson, Leonard Childers, champion, Michael Lee Wills, Clay Williamson, I am John Covey Cole, guys. Until next time, my friends, ramble on.
Ramble on.